Shares in Interfor jumping today, bouncing back from losses earlier this week. The federal government, of course, moving yesterday to intervene in the railway stoppage. Let's get more on Interfor and some other market movers from Bloomberg's Stephanie Hughes. Stephanie.
Hey, Andy, happy Friday.
Thank you.
Another company, happy Friday, is Interfor. Those shares are up as much as 9.5% today. That's the biggest intraday gain since December. And like you mentioned, it recouped its losses sustained earlier this week. So a bit of a wild ride for Interfor. And we're seeing something of a relief rally after the federal government intervened on the railway strikes and brought a moment of relief to sectors like lumber and potash. And of course, these sectors depend on these national rail lines to deliver their product across the country. Another major reason is because U.S. home sales actually beat expectations with a over 10% gain month over month, where economists were looking at something closer to 1%. So with Interfor earlier in the week, the company was hit with two downgrades after it indefinitely curtailed production at two sawmills in the U.S. Just because the market's really going through this extended rout in lumber. But some of the traders, after seeing those dip, probably saw a buying opportunity and jumped right in. So Interfor, as well as a few other lumber names, are moving higher today, Andy.
And uranium stocks jumping on the prospect of lower supply out of Kazakhstan.
That's right. Yeah, Denison Mines, that's the one that really jumped out at me, jumping by as much as 17%. That's the biggest intraday gain in about 2 years there. So it's rising in tandem with other uranium names after the world's largest uranium producer, Kazatomprom, released a 2025 guidance range of 25,000 to 26,500 tons of uranium that came short of expectations. So analysts noted that these were actually higher than 2024 levels, but it fell below the agreed requirements that the company made with regulators. In fact, some analysts expect that the company may apply for regulatory permission to downgrade its production at a few key sites there. Alongside this drop in supply, we're also seeing a surge in demand in China as they approved 11 new nuclear reactors. That is a record amount of permits for that kind of facility there. So Denison Mines seeing double-digit gains, and Cameco and NextGen Energy are also grinding higher there, Andy.
Yeah, I see that you guys quoting one money manager, a buyer of uranium stocks, saying that he's going to look for North American players after this weakness for Kazatomprom. He says they're bringing down their production guidance for several years now.
That's right, Andy. Yeah, and there's a few names that money managers have really been putting their attention to and their funding towards, because uranium's been a very interesting story lately. So not surprised to see them kind of playing the markets in North America there.
Yeah, it's fascinating, but of course they've still got to get those cost overruns under control. Every nuke plant, it seems, outside China has these massive extra builds to build the thing. Thank you very much, Stephanie. Have a wonderful weekend.
You too.
Bloomberg's Stephanie Hughes.